Today is Wednesday, May 7th, and this is your forecast for the central United States and that area of low pressure that's been stalled in the Midwest and keeping the weather unsettled for the last, I'd say it's been about 4 or 5 days now. That's starting to move off to the east. High pressure's building in, but down in the south, the other half of this omega block is still there. Of course, an omega block, just like the Greek letter omega, you got a dip in the jet stream, then it goes up and around. So it's kind of become this sort of sideways omega at this point as the pattern breaks down. But the second half of it is still here in the deep south, and that's resulting in some wet weather and even the potential for some very heavy rain that could lead to some flooding in southern Louisiana. So let's take you around the country. We'll start off here in the Great Lakes region. 73 with sun and clouds in Detroit today, 76 in Grand Rapids, gorgeous day. 65 in Chicago this afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. Same for you in Cleveland. We're in the 70s out here in Minneapolis and Des Moines. Maybe a passing shower or storm. There's a cold front moving through for you there in Des Moines. Upper 70s in Cincinnati, mid 70s in Louisville. A couple of passing showers. We're at the edge of that area of low pressure that's down to the south, so some showers pushing up from the south there for Nashville over to Memphis. Here's a look at the temperature trend. So that cold front that I was talking about out toward Des Moines, that's going to come through and knock those temperatures down a little bit here tomorrow into Friday, but then we're back into the 70s for the weekend. You'll feel that cool down tomorrow in Chicago too, but like I said, we rebound pretty nicely here by Saturday and Sunday. Over to the southeast, 78 in Washington, D.C. this afternoon, 84 in Wilmington. We got a couple of showers, passing showers, Savannah over to Atlanta, so it doesn't look like anything pretty serious out that way. 79 degrees with some showers and storms in New Orleans this afternoon, and even this morning there's been some locally heavy rain. So it's this part of Louisiana, in and around New Orleans, over to Shreveport, where we could see some flooding rain. So that's where you want to be weather aware. Remember, a flash flood warning means that there is flooding ongoing and you should seek higher ground immediately. 90 today in Tampa and 84 for you in Miami. So we got low 80s tomorrow in Charlotte, 70s on Friday. We cool off maybe just a smidge here for the weekend and into early next week with highs generally closer to 70 degrees. That's certainly cooler than it has been. Fort Lauderdale, nice morning underway. It'll be a little breezy, but nice this afternoon at a high of 84. Just a few scattered clouds in upper 70s for you later on this evening. And we're holding steady here in the mid 80s through probably early next week, the way it looks right now. All right, that is your Wednesday morning weather update. I hope everyone's week has been going well, and well, second half of the week is upon us, so enjoy it. And remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.